because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
Well, the government, all the ministers in the government, they can lie. They don't put also everything they say. They don't say the truth.
The people of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answer. It's Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Anthony April Godson Williams, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today, and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team that they defeated. Everyone said that they put a crack away. You never want to say so.
On Face the Issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
You bow, Papa. You bow. You collected $22 million again without PPCC involvement.
Honored at this recent investiture.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Oneki. I wish to be something else, so we not vote for Latin and we here, oh. People dying in jail, horses money is single, parents crying for YFs. I thought they say we were in jail, 100 years back and forth, Jaros life didn't go up. Ya was to only betray the labor, ya can't call over to finish cable. Listen, we get gold, we get diamond, we get iron, oh. We get all, we get timber, we get rubber, oh. They sell the money in the bank, now we are leaving, oh. I thought the 100 days last quarter be the quarter, oh. But what can the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What can the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What can the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh.
Okay. Now the first time in the country you will see I'm to wrong. We're not talking plenty ego, we're not fighting them we're going. And when we're talking say the team to win to all wrong, you can just be looking at all that to say sleeping among the men are pong. Expressing my feelings on the song, the 22 million roll. You tell me how far you go. Then I only want talking say we are coming up bro. The people say from Ghana, the people say police for A, yellow machine from China, they come and say let no go A.
Yama, we're not feeling from here. Joseph Boga been poor in Mexico.
What they get it made to Esabi. What they get it made to Esabi.
What on the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What on the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh.
Oh, we play the freedom of speech. Tell me why they sack people for MCC. Where the freedom of speech. When you talk, you get the comment like Saki.
We still trying to understand the government agenda. The rescue mission, rescue vision, by a fake impression. They get it drop and lead the people with high expectation. Let us about the scene and asking when the train will go. But how the train will go when the driver is old? We been sitting in the train, but the driver can wake up. Now all the funny thing they make all do back give up. But who think on the budget? Like they see me and I think on CPP document. The house are selling like Dillon and young people property. My uncle prison Jerry praying for Baga the rapping. The country fire on a hustle, we can understand it. See how the people crying.
I have received today news of the evictions and destructions of our party headquarters. Unfortunate and regrettable as this is. I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially our supporters, a sympathizer to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process in the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and the peaceful coexistence among all Liberians, irrespective of party, social, ethnic, or tribal affiliations. Fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Emboldened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy. Their list of violations grows daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. We must, however, take the high road. In the interest of peaceful coexistence, I urge everyone to remain calm, law-abiding, and respectful of due process, despite this partisan political mischiefs from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Yet, before the battle was fully exhausted, the trickled-happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Bouaka himself, spurred into actions. This was not a lawful eviction. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill their very wish Bouaka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. While executing this criminal act, amid the cheers of their partisans, they failed to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration. Reckless behavior in its quest to consolidate power. Posterity will punish them harshly, while the loss of our office building is a setback. I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later. Thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience, fellow citizens, coalitions, well-wishers, and sympathizers. Fellow partisans, do not be despaired. While we admit these are difficult times, our party has faced worse situations, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Bouaka are destroyed, but we are builders. A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state-of-the-art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we will build. We are survivors by history. We are blessed with a spirit that overcomes even the most tragedies and misfortune. Remember, the unity, strength, and identity of our party and coalition are not formed in bricks and mortar. They live in the minds, hearts, and fighting spirit of our teaming supporters. Therefore, I call on every member of the party, our sympathizers, to mobilize and focus our energies on constructing our next premises. I must be clear, resist the temptation to take the law into your own hands. However disappointed we are by this outcome, I call on each of you to continue respecting the law and due process. Fellow partisans, well-wishers, and sympathizers, I am optimistic about the political future of our party. Together we will build a better homeland for our party. So help me God. God bless Liberia.
We have seen a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the Unity Party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. But citizens, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Cruton to Pinsville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Southtown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Bouaka administration. And that institution is the Mate Coalition for Democratic Change. This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act. Not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us pay our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared. Your dues are more than money. They are a seed of commitment, a pledge of loyalty, and a symbol of hope. I am so proud to launch this due payment campaign today because it means that you, the grassroots, you, the real owner of this party, are ready to step forward, take charge, and prepare for the future. As your political leader, I promise you this: we will not rest, we will not retreat, we will organize, mobilize, and energize until we reclaim the leadership of Liberia. But let us do it the CDC way, peacefully, lawfully, strategically, and respectfully. Because when our time comes and aid will come, believe me, we must be ready not just to win, but to govern better. We must correct the wrongs, improve the system, and restore the dignity of the Liberian people. So let us unite, let us rise, let us believe, and let us build. And to all our young people, I say, stay focused, stay clean, stay strong. To our women, you are the backbone of this movement. Keep rising. To our elders, your wisdom is still needed. Stay with us. And to our opponent, we see the failure and we are coming to face it. Again, as the great Nelson Mandela said in a quote, it always seems impossible until it is done. Unquote. The party is alive, strong and mighty. The revolution shall continue. A belief we will uphold to death. The future is not beyond us. The future is straight ahead. And together we will get there. And so I want to close with this advice. Wait well. Liberia and Liberians will call on you again. And therefore, be prepared to win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country and our people.
The Bouaka, we used to go to him, even fee Bouaka because of his title. Make him comfortable because of the title. But you see what he's doing. You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie.
But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Sawyer time, I kept the peace. Charles Taylor time, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, any position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we're in opposition. Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest and we protest. We went to Ellen and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked.
And the government need to really, really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure, they come say, even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot of.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're a footballer.
Yeah.
A football developed country. I thought what bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to instantly because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What will the book do for you? No passion for development. Then Umo Joshua will put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me.
Connections there, you not get it.
No connection.
Yeah. Just say that Doma, all kind of things that just happen here. No, I'm sure no he, no tea.
When he was 12 years older, Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah.
He does not have that contact.
The Senate got a trap for Boyka.
Okay.
Because when we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from Bodia to where. And said the way forward is the Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Boyka come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the Dillon there, Nombi there, and he now where he's just thinking all kind of way Boyka, all kind of thing. He won't go after people. Then, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went talking away, some kind of thing they did, but they did a resolution that passed because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow! All that they almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh! Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. Now when I went to Kun, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Boyka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not to run with Ellen.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving our Bible for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of old man, then he won't persecute us. He doesn't want to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Your partner said, go look for lawyer. It was from Kun office, my own son office that I went and signed a resolution. I remember saying to them, why you all did this? You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So, starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Boyka send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay. That was a smart move.
I said correct move.
President Boyka 2025 budget will determine his clear vision for the country. Okay, then it also includes the dividend on some of these crowds. For instance, I know it can be argued understandably that the over part Chinese government is about to pay, and the road from Keferi Boulevard to 12th Street, they were all in the Puebla. That's true, but they were blocked in the Puebla. The President Boyka visit to China, reassuring China that when we are taking action on the global stage, we will take it with our own interest first as a country, not to please any other person before Liberia's interest, and then people fighting, then we join inside and go stand.
Just a final question.
Yeah. So you see, he visited to the FOCA, to the China Africa Forum, has now got China excited with the new commitment to come do this project. They are in town already. You call the Minister of Public Works, he will tell you the Chinese government don't waste time when they say they want to do something. But when you step on their interest, then you're in problem with them. Now, anytime we want to do anything on a global stage, the first question we should be asking, what's in it for us as a country and people? And if what's in it for us is good as a country and people, if other countries benefit from the trickle-down effect of our vote, okay. But we must never again vote on something that will hurt ourselves as a country and people.
Thank you to all of us.
What's up to all of you, wherever you are. It's great joining us right here tonight on this very night, and we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here beaming with life and that of good health. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. My name is Superman God Sent. We am right here with you tonight on this day. All right. As a matter of fact, and things are happening in Liberia, and the unfortunate part about it is that everyone else who used to think that they knew more, they are now quiet and allowing it to roll as though it is normal. And this is where we are now, especially in this time and age, and we are certainly getting there. So welcome to the program Face the Issues. On the program Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, but issues involving personalities. But when personalities do their thing in front of those issues, we don't in any way hesitate, but rather we tear you apart. And in most instances, we just tell you sorry because of the pain that we are tearing you apart. And so we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything that we are on here tonight. And we are bracing ourselves on our final rounds. And let's say thanks to our ever-potent landlady who have been very patient with us, though we have some unfinished business that we are nearing concluding, and that will be moving into the Pinsville Belt, the densely populated Pinsville Belt. So the station will be relocating there in the densely populated Pinsville Belt. So it's like it will practically appear like I'm going back home. Yeah, because it was Pinsville, we're in Central Monrovia with Truth FM and Kings FM. Then we moved into Pinsville. I came back from Pinsville, came back to town, where Freedom FM was in Central Town. Then I'm moving back to Pinsville again. And I know what it is. So we are getting there. Let me say what's up to all of you as we are here tonight. We are here grateful to the Almighty God. Last night I didn't call roster, and I'm going to do that very, very briefly. It's not going to take much time. And we're going to do that now as we speak. So welcome to class, folks. We are right here. Quickly. Let me rumble through. Oh yes, and it's great that indeed we are back together in class. We will certainly get there no matter what the circumstances are. We are certainly getting there. And of course, like I said, moving to Pinsville and getting a bigger, clearer broadcast that will hit far. I think that's the objective of us relocating. Nothing else. So let me say welcome to class to all of you. We are certainly here together. Remember, with God, all things are possible, like I always say. And so we have Darlington Dennis, K4G. Yes, I agree with it. He came about 750. Imagine. Fantastic. I appreciate that, please. Rita Hart, second in class, 755. 755. Where there, Massachusetts, the United States of America. How you doing, great people? I hope you all doing so great. Let me say what's up to Salam and Dami from Australia. Says hi, teacher live. Let me say what's up to you as well. Susan Soiree joins in from Canada, Ontario. And we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. Max Rick from Minnesota, the United States of America. Vinicius Junior Bar, Nickel Town, Hassop. Waterability. That's up to you. I hope you're doing so great as well. Siri. Pretty seated, he said. And cover Massa from Turin, Italy. Join us in here tonight. Minnesota, the United States of America. We welcome to class Junior Jekpa. How you doing? Philip Crack from the UAE. Be careful there, my brother. That region is heavily contested challenge, but God will take you guys through. Wema Obento Kadi, how you doing? Melvin Nathaniel Roosevelt Jolo. He says he's in Monrovia. Roof Bottom Bine. The United States of America, Arizona, Phoenix. To be specific, has teacher light. Let me say that's up to you as well. Send a boss up. How you doing? Melu F. Fufana from Tony Street. Rose Bowling. Augustine T. Musa. How you doing as well? G. Jefferson Tamba. Bukana City, Grand Bassa County. Likpeyi Jerry Jr. Watching from Cat City. That's Likpeyi. Lekpi. Okay, Likpeyi. Okay, I think I will get it. A certain tongue twister name, but I will get that. Buema Kojovani, how you doing? William W. Material State. 803 came on to class. Precious Dakuka. Several students came out to class too early. Junior Jekpa, I did call your name initially. Saturday. Zonwe Joe Cooper is right here with us from Minnesota as well. Emmanuel Braza, Bazaratic from Minnesota as well. Maya Zawi, what's up to you? Oscar Ziwen, Onima County. Those who boys, mold and palm butter. From South Dakota, the United States of America. Welcome, Mommy Boy Gay. We have Kolu, that's Kalu Sedebe. How you doing? Waka M. Soni. How you doing? Okay, so we're going on to Rabos Asno Perez. Say what's up to you guys. I'm certainly here. Dauda Vani Sherry. We have General Gitti. Who is Logan? General GT is from Minnesota. Yeah. We have Josephine Cooper Soma. What's up, Jojo? Below Tia. Ralph Cooper. Dubon Hill, what's up? How's everything? You are noble as well, my brother. Chris West is here. District 11. Partnersville Estate. Oliver Kwanai. J. Goss Health. Thomas Tendi. Jeff Kemote. Who's 1OK. Mohammed S. Kamara, he says that. Yes, CC Love Destiny Tabla has up to you as well. Nina Kwe, what's up, my sister? How's everything with you? I hope you're doing so great. Linda Morris, Sam M. Garnison. I think we are doing good tonight with the roster. People getting to class too early. Macaulay, Woki Day. We almost on the dot. The whole time would be on the dot. Lucia Lucky. We have Yusuf Dukle. Say Saya. Agatha Glasgow. We'll be concluding right here with Amos Topa Anotera. The man, bro, I did call to you initially, but it's a quote from where I brings him back here. Thomas Nama Nobi. That's Ungube Suri. Samuel Silva from Grand Cape Mount County, and Prince Niweli and Zwedro. What's up to you, Benson Way as well. All right, so we stop right there, right? All right, so folks, that's all the time we've had for the roster section right here on the show. So we are grateful to the Almighty God, and all of you are fantastic offline students as well. We recognize all of you, Ronson Glitter, and the rest of the other folks who want to say we are, and I would think with God, we are certainly getting there, and with God, all things are possible. Wow. All right. So I think, we'll try to do all we can, especially in our own wee ways, to share with you what we know about our country and what you ought to know about your country. And we are very grateful. We are very, very grateful to the Almighty God for everything. You know, it hurts. And what is more painful is for people to, by their silence, by their inactions, see things going on, and they think that by their inactions, they are not part of it. This is where we have the problem. If you saw somebody doing something that is very, very wrong, and then you did not say anything, but that very thing is affecting you, but yet you said nothing. It is not about something that's not your business to know. It is different to be in a position where it is not your business, but where you are seeing it going on and you said nothing, absolutely nothing. And you know that that very thing is affecting you, but you said nothing. It is an equivalent of endorsement, approval. So there's this law, there's this aspect of the law that is funny, but of course it's very serious. So it's often said here that, let's take for instance, you know you have this phone, a phone in my hand here. For those of you in Radio Land, there is a phone in my hand. But for those of you watching us, this is a classic example I just want to give you. So you have this phone. And you are standing along with John Brown. Somebody brought the same phone. Somebody brought the same phone to sell it to John Brown in your presence. The same phone, in a same casing like this. The person brought it to John Brown to sell this phone in your presence. John Brown took his money. He gave it to the person. The person handed John Brown the phone. At times went by, you got to think that your phone is nowhere to be seen. Then you ran straight to go check to John Brown and say, oh, John Brown, the phone the person brought to you here, or whatever it is that my phone. You know what the law says? You see, the law is reasoning. The reasoning is that it's not possible that I will get a same phone with casing like this, and it is not in my hand at the time that transaction is gone. Or maybe, I agree, if I left it somewhere. But for the mere fact that something that resembles what I know that is part of me, it appears before me, and that transaction is going on, and I'm seeing it right there. And then I even talk again, I said, man, look at the phone, you think the phone is good. Then you look at it, and you didn't run to your mind that your own phone is not with you, or whatever it is, it didn't run to your mind And you say, oh, my phone, or in my pocket here, whatever, and then you're standing right there at transaction. What the law believes, the law will assume that you and that person that sold the phone, you did it so that you will defraud John Brown. Because it is not possible that you will see your phone like this. And you even participate in the transaction, or you see it. Then tomorrow night you can go to John Brown. The law will say, no, John Brown will own that phone. Until you can bring the person who two or your door, you can get anything with that person. But the law will assume that indeed, you and that person that two or your joined together to defraud John Brown. John Brown will say, you're not giving that phone. You'll go to court. The court will say, but you were standing right there. The transaction took place. You even participated in the transaction. So for the mere fact that you took no action, meaning you knew about it, but yet you took no action, you cannot stay, you are estopped. So you cannot stay calm to make claims. That's the law. So here you are in this country and you claim that you are not part of anything, but you're able. And it's affecting you. It is not that it's affecting other people and then you have to go sit down, right? But it is affecting you. It's also affecting you. You can see that it is affecting you. But like people like us, this is our own role that we can play. Right? It is all we can do to rally you, awaken your consciousness, and tell you this is what it is. It's left with you to act or not act. And if you don't act, it doesn't mean that indeed you are free from it. No. There's a biblical aspect of it as well. I gave you this classic example about the rich man and Lazarus, where the rich man died and went to heaven, Abraham's bosom, according to the Bible, where the rich man saw himself in hell, and then he saw the beggar in heaven. And then the rich man, according to the Bible story, told Father Abraham, say, I am here suffering. I want for you to please send somebody from here or whatever to go to my brethren back there on earth and tell them to change so that they don't come to where I am. What was the excuse? What was the response that was given? The response was very simple. They have Moses and the prophets there. They are saying it. If they don't listen to them, they will end up here. So for the mere fact that people like us, we are here preaching it. Right? We are preaching it. You are hearing it and you're not acting. You can't go back to God and go tell God, say, oh, God, we didn't know. No. God has already sent his prophets to preach to you. Those preachings are not just meant for listening purpose. They are meant so that you act. Nobody comes out here to preach to anybody just for preaching purpose. No. When a pastor is preaching, he's preaching a message that calls not just for hearing, it calls for action. You must change your ways. You must stop doing. Those things are actionable things, right? Stop, change your ways. Stop talking to people the way you talk to them. Blah, blah, blah. Those are actionable things. But you did it. You got into action as a result of hearing. So the hearing is there to give you that understanding so that the action gets to action, right? Or the action gets to bear. And that is exactly what it is that we ought to understand in this country. You see, responsible citizenship is very much key. Active citizenship is very much key. I don't know what's going on, but never did I ever envisage that following a war that we fought and knew our rights. Right? And the only reason we went to war is not to protect, but to retrieve our rights that were taken away by those who felt that they were in power and so they could do anything. We wanted our share of rights. That's why we went there. When Doe then decided to say, look, we are going to take out Toba. The main reason they chose to have taken out Toba is because they believe that many of them, the native people, were marginalized. So how do they get even or get on par with those quote-unquote Congo people? We needed to take on somebody who's championing their goal, their interest, their agenda. They took them off their rights. We wanted our own rights. We want to be respected. We want to be given the same opportunities that they are enjoying. That's why people fight for their rights. Those rights go along with quiet enjoyments. You can say you have right and you have no say. You can say you have rights and you have no voice. No. And there are some voices that we put into actions. And what were those actions that we needed? We needed to go to war to fight. Because there were protest stages here, it didn't work. We got to go to war to fight. So we said, look, it's enough. These people were not listening to anything. So as a result of that, we need to start gunning down people. Because we have tried with everything, it's not working. We need to just go and do what we can. Let there be some action so that the people will know that indeed we are serious. Most wars that you see, even the fighting in the UAE or whatever it is, the Middle East or whatever it is here, is because when wars failed, when bilateral and everything failed, then they said, no, we need to spring into action. Because we want to be listened to. We want to have a voice. Whether it is the right word or whatever, there has to be the voice. And if it is not it, that's it. And that's why we are where we are. So many of you in this country, you are sitting down at somewhere I'm getting so for we are saying it here. Somewhere I'm getting so for which I'm saying this thing. I never say these things when I having grabs really what I want to talk about. I know what I'm getting. I'm trying to clear the way because I'm coming. Are you people happy with how your country is? Nobody say you should grab anybody on the other side, other Unity Party person, grab them, beat them, or get vexed with them. No. You want to get angry within yourself because they are not sincere to your country. Right? But nobody is telling you to take action on them or to grab them, beat them, stone them, or whatever it is. No one is going to tell you that. We're not going to resort to violence in this country because of what's going on. Then sometimes I want to sit back and ask myself the question as to whether it is God's own way of meting out punishments to us as Liberians where we have no voice. The last time we saw this coming was during a war, where God sent a bunch of people who came here, took guns, and in the end, we who the ordinary citizens who didn't want to fight, we never had any voice. Those guys were the order of the day. When they tell you say sit, you sit. Whatever they taught you at the time, that's exactly. So they tell you say, man, sit down, you will sit. Give me your food, you give it. At that era or during that period, it was the period of lawlessness. It was the period of lawlessness. So you can see it clearly that when lawlessness prevails, then people can have, if excessive, then people now lose their voice. They can't say anything now. Anything else, the one that has the power, and that time the power was vested in a gun. Today, yes, similarly, we can say that the power is in the gun because it is not with Joseph Boakai that do anything. Joseph Boakai decided to bring more arms and ammunition, gave it to the Liberia National Police, and tell the people and say, this is what it is. So as a result, the police directly involved with areas where there's supposed to be protests, where there's supposed to be voices. The police is directly involved in protecting those people against the voices of their own people. So as a result, that's what it is. You go China Union. China Union is understood as some kind of group that they call Christ. I don't know, Christ or whatever it is. They are the HR company. So China Union say, look, we are not going to get involved with any employment. We are going to contract an HR firm, company. They say the HR company, they say it's headed by one girl who has some relationship with Gregory Coma. At the time you were to NBC, they tried sending her there and it didn't work and so forth. She coordinating it there. So if you have the police RG directly having link with HR companies for companies and responsible for employment and so forth, what do you expect when the employees, because it is that HR company that will deal with the employees. So if you have that between them, what do you expect? The police is the one that has link, or the police director has link with the HR company. So the HR company is responsible for hiring employees for China Union. So China Union, anything they want to do you think that policeman, HR company will want to? Oh, Joseph Boakai. This is the man whom many of you said was very much experienced. He loved the country, but all the lawlessness, all the abnormalities, anything that is very much unusual and not normal, all these things are happening right here, right before our own eyes. No one dare say anything. So as a result, it continues. No respect for the rule of law. Even the highest court, JMB insulted the highest court in this country. And I was very disappointed that lawyers, the Bar Association as well, they all supported the executive in their affront to the superior judicial oracle of the land. That was terrible. They supported it. Why? Because everyone else fighting for survival. Integrity is nowhere to be found. Morality is nowhere to be found. So everyone else fighting for survival. As a result, the recklessness done by Joseph Boakai is being aided and abetted by them. So they say nothing because they want to benefit from the spoils of the system. Today, the judiciary is on nothing, absolutely nothing to Joseph Boakai and his team. The judiciary will come up and say, look, we gave an order that a person should be reinstated. Joseph Boakai said, I finished putting somebody there already, I'm giving them nothing. Chris Yan Dugbe, that one part of their own person. I know Chris Dugbe Yan or wherever from Enfield, that their own person. Let's do that one. Emma Meteor Glasgow, who ain't even go to court level. The LSCC say, who told you we didn't know that LSCC was going to clear Emma? Because some of the things that were there, you could read through it, you knew exactly what it is. Because Joseph Boakai was very lawless, he decided to do what he did. That if I don't want you there, you will move. Whatever court said that the court business. I have my own way. So the court came out with an opinion in the Horses saga, and then Joseph Boakai said, but again, another agent of the court, the justice minister. And the Supreme Court did nothing. The Supreme Court remained mute, silent in the affront, and they said, they say, when we put our thing out there, we finish putting it there. But you don't think about how, like Abraham Williams, I have all right to critique an opinion of the Supreme Court, right? Yeah. But to come to the point of misinterpreting what the Supreme Court said, and that misinterpretation led to an affront or challenging the court, that in itself, it goes away from the lawyer's duty, where lawyers can disagree with judges, and that's why people run up, whatever it is, the Supreme Court, you got nowhere else to go, but you will say what you can say is not issue. But you cannot come and misinterpret it. Let's say, for instance, the Supreme Court came out with a decision and then said my client was able to lose the property. Then I misinterpreted that decision to my client, and my client said, I'm not moving from the property. But that, the Supreme Court should hold me. I'm only the right I have is to say, look, the court decided to do what it did, but the court did not look at all of these things. And I think, but I will not tell my client that, oh, the court has said that, or the court say, and there is XYZ, you must sit down on the property. You know what that means? Just for the mere fact that my misinterpreted, don't I know, is deliberate, that is serving as an affront to the court. That's contentious. That happened in the horses saga. The court said nothing. Justice Minister went free. Lawmakers insulted the court and went free. And this is where we are. Right? So, no respect for the rule of law. Once it comes to Joseph Boakai and members of the executive, no respect for the rule of law. Then, that person like George Weah, when he comes back to power, I didn't say if, I said when he comes back to power. I don't know what the voices will be at the time. I don't know what the lawyers will be at the time. Where the civil society will be at the time. This time, it will not be about just us, civil society people. It's about aiming and getting at them. Getting at them. Because one thing I know, George Weah will not repeat those recklessness that Joseph Boakai on. We're not coming to be condemning something here, then George Weah can do the same thing tomorrow. I know he will not repeat it. But I know there will be some errors. They will not be deliberate. It will be errors. We will call that errors. And will not be what it will be. There will be challenges because we are all humans. But in the wake of that, we want to hear the voices that will speak in the wake of that. We'll leave the issue and jump on you. We'll leave the issues and jump on you. The very issue that you'll be talking about, we'll leave it, we'll jump straight on you. And when we jump on you, person like God, you see, God brought forth people like us on a reef for a reason, so that we'll see this country. Especially where I said now, I have seen too much about Liberia. I have known Liberian behavior, how it is, what they want, or whatever it is. Sometimes some of the way they can talk. Sometimes you look at it. So I've dealt with several other Liberians, different kinds of Liberians or whatever it is. I'm dealing with them on a daily basis, and I'm getting to understand. We Liberian people are thinking the way we can analyze issues, blah blah blah, all the kind of things. So we are understanding it. But the lawlessness in this country, I don't know when God will lead or force to say enough is enough, like in the words of Moba Molu and his team. The lawlessness too much. Sometimes you want to ask the question, why am I saying all of this? Today. This morning, the Ministry of Transport, there was a protest staged by the workers. And that protest was meant to call Joseph Boakai's attention to some things and say, look, we are functioning here, we are this, that, and of course you can do this, and we're not going to do that. We are going to do this. And maybe some of them may think that they're fighting for a job. The only reason we're supporting them, we are supporting them because we believe that it is Liberia's first. We are fighting for Liberia. Look, if it ever came to protecting the people's job, you think I'm going to jump behind the transport ministry people? You think I'm really supposed to jump behind it? No. This fight is not about jobs. It's about protecting Liberia and unity. It's not giving it to foreigners. There will come time in this country. They think that Joseph Boakai then planting in this country. There will come time in this country, Joseph Boakai then will make people to go against these foreigners. It will be too terrible. The foreigners should not allow Joseph Boakai to make them to be most hated in this country in the future. What they're doing, they are hurting themselves. This is not their country. If they think they will sit on the shoulders of Joseph Boakai to make Liberians to go against them, there is a time. There were times in this country, and me, I always remind people, there were times in this country where people thought they were sitting down with top men, top of them, they were whining and dining and enjoying themselves, but there came a time. There came a time, and there will always be a time when certain group of people felt that they were being marginalized, and then they were being protected by the power that be. And the moment that power that be was ousted, it was not enough. They went for them individually. These guys, these foreigners should know, especially the ones. I'm not saying all Lebanese are bad. No. Some of them, they love this country. They have decided to integrate into our society or so forth. No. These ones that have direct link with Joseph Boakai, when the time came and don't them move Tobo, they said, no, don't Tobo then go, But the enablers, we are going for them. The people who are benefiting from the spoils of Toboden, and they believe that they were protected by Toboden, we are going for them. Some of the things that happen are happening out of frustration. It happens out of provocation. You know, provocation is a defense. Do you know that? Do you know that provocation is a defense? So you think deep down in your heart, when clear trouble come in this country relating to what happened in traffic management safe? Traffic management and its own bosses, they are not safe. Even if there are other foreigners that will operate in this country, traffic management will go, look, they will be terrible. Let me tell you something about one man called George Haddad that used to be in this country. George Haddad was doing business with Charles Taylor. At the time, Charles Taylor was here. George Haddad and I didn't want were operating all of the things. Today, there's no George Haddad in this country. That small car there, I know Alliance Motor, that where he was operating it, right? There's no George Haddad in this country. You know, that's why when people think they can use a power that is temporary to enjoy and step on people, and people complaining, and they don't care about their own safety, but they care about money. Traffic management will fall in the most terrible pit in this country until any elements and whoever working there, they will feel so nasty about themselves in this country. I can assure you that. Go under the arms of government, and you know what people can do to government. You know when people go for government, when they feel taking a hair from there, all those beneficiaries who benefited from that government as a result of the sport, they go for them as well. That's life. This is normal. It happened in Liberia. I am saying it can still be repeated. When you provoke people, you don't want. If I went at your house, right, and then you are a mother in a home. Simple example again. That is what I normally do. So simple example. You are a mother, you went in a home. The children in there. But because you think, you know your children and now you born them, or whatever it is, but their father took you there. So you there. You get plenty of children. But you there, go there to her. And because you think they are past supporting you, best behavior and doing all of those things and blah, blah, blah. So you there, best behavior on the children. They dare the children and get rid of their power. That you are coming for, you will feel the pinch of it. You will feel the pinch of it. So if you know that you have a future and you care about your own safety, when that man is insulting your children for your business, go to that man and tell him, say, the honey, I beg you. Tomorrow you will not be here. That me and the children will be in the house here. The way you can be talking to them for something, I don't like it. You are trying to make them to go against me. They will not like my business. They will not let my business. And you're putting me in harm's way. Tomorrow, they may harm me. You are putting me in harm's way. So, honey, I beg you, don't be shouting at each other. In fact, prefer to go to them for protection because they are the ones that will provide you security, not like your husband. Learn that today. And I'm telling traffic management today, they must learn that. There will be no Gregory. Look, the way they are even doing things, all of them entrapping themselves, the RG entrapping himself, the Justice Minister entrapping himself. Today, the Civil Service has added there to entrap, and the Transport Ministry, the Transport Minister has entrapped himself. I love that. All of them, they are entrapping themselves. The day the people get rid of Joseph Boakai, all of you are the enablers who benefited from Joseph Boakai's sports, you will not go free. If you think that's it, your lie. It happened during the war. Not even during the war. It happened during what? How do you call it? It happened during the time Jordan took over from Tobo. They did that thing. But it didn't happen right here. Say, George, we have some people then just because they were with George, we are. And you know what you're doing to them today? You ask yourself that question now. Traffic management, ask yourself the question. Just because professional people who did their work professionally, professional civil servants, and because Joseph Boakai believes that people were associated with George Weah, the benefit of George Weah. Today, Joseph Boakai does not want to see them. So that traffic management, you are the next target in this country. You know what? You know what make it terrible for you? For you to be a political target. You put yourself in harm's way. Your business is not an investment that you can trust. It can perish at any time. It can dissolve at any time. And it can be ruined at any time. Traffic management, I can assure you that. That is what you have done to yourself. You know why? You have made it now appear that you are protected by Joseph Boakai, his wife, his children, his police director, or whatever it is. Your business entity is a serious risk. You have to be careful. the noise you're hearing around. You have to be very, very careful. You put yourself, he's putting you in harm's way. You want to be a clean businessman. You don't want a government that will put that its conduct or its behavior, like I put it in the case of a woman living home with the children father up there trying to prop her up, and then they're insulting the children every day. That kind of thing. You don't want the government to endanger your business because you want to have long term, or even after that, you don't want to be chased by government so that you go through everything because they have all country money you get. The day things change around, as I know travel man, you will vomit everything. The money you're eating, you will vomit it. And that one, Lord, you see, these are some of the things that I don't even want to talk. You will vomit it. Thank God we know where the money going. You will vomit it. You don't even know it. You will not exist in this country. More besides the thing you're doing, that thing that we can do. You have to go from Liberians and give it to you. So when the Liberians get back their jobs, you know, when America, when Donald Trump got ready, he said, the Americans, the people got to get back their job, bring back our job. So they started chasing for that kind of thing. That it can happen in America too. It can happen in Liberia. It happened in America. It can happen in Liberia. We want back our jobs. The day bring back our job campaign starts in this country, all y'all will run away, and that thing will go beyond. That will be a new revolution. Bring back our jobs. That thing, when it starts traffic management, you are finished. You are finished. The day that bring back our jobs campaign starts in this country. Don't let people, because that the play is starting a small. I'm only warning you. I'm not threatening you. I'm trying to provide free stuff for your own safety and your future. You have a bad image in the hands of the Liberian people. And the way the Liberian people will treat their own officials, at the time you will know that you finish for true. The way the Liberians will treat their own officials, you traffic management, you will know that you finish for true. Because you are being used. Yeah. You are being used. And the reason I'm saying this, when you heard me mentioning the code and how the code is disrespected today. So, at Transport Ministry, there was a protest today. In that protest, the CSA boss went there to go talk for a bossman, Joseph Boakai, to go sell out of trash. And he was telling the best of the people initially. And then a security guy told him, say, for the sake of security, you have to go outside. Because the area was getting too toxic now. So he said, you have to go outside. He said, you have to go outside. So while he was going outside, people began to boo him. And there is a scene from that.
Well, I will say this. The most important message. Well, I will say this. The most important message here is that the government has not dismissed.
He said the most important message here is that the government had not dismissed anybody. That was the end of that. But of course, that part of call off. But again, this is what happened today. So immediately he left from there. the Transport Ministry, Justice Ministry, Civil Service Agency, all of them joined together to disrespect the Honorable Supreme Court. My people, we all are lawyers. Because I said ignorance of the law is no excuse. So all we are lawyers. So you know that thing. That I just said we all are lawyers, right? And the country, an interesting country. Let me see something. I want to show you something. I will show you it now. So the Ministry of Transport and the Civil Service Agency. You know, the Justice Minister plays smart, not to put his signature there. But I will share with you people this. You know, it's very good. I like how things are happening in this country. We are all Liberians. And I appreciate you all for everything. So you see this? You see this? Okay. Good. So you see the logo there? So honor our law, or honor the practice of law. If an action was taken, because there's something in law they call the ripeness. If something not affect you here, whatever your right had not accrued here, so you can even run to the court. Go say, but why you rushing to Kenya? No, the government was taking action, and that action must have affected you before you go to the court. You don't go to court with issues that have not affected you, most times. So, MDNC, as a result of that communication, I mean, it was a decision that was already made. As a result of that communication from the Chief of Office Staff, Joseph Boaga, saying as of March 1, blah, 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 traffic management will take over all the things, the other division then will be closed at Transport Ministry, blah, blah, blah. And it was affecting MDMC's interest. They ran to the Honorable Supreme Court. The Supreme Court called them on Friday. The justice in Chambers heard and did not immediately, following the conference, did not immediately take any decision and said, you will hear from me. And when somebody takes or complain through the remedial processes, right? Or like let's say, for instance, through the kind of thing, prohibition, injunction, whatever. What it means is that whatever action that's supposed to be taken is supposed to be halted until the court on which those parties are being called can make a determination as to whether or not that action should be carried out or not. That's the law. So MDNC carries an application to the Supreme Court in the wake of a prohibition and say, look, we are praying with you, Honorable Court, to prohibit the government of Liberia, that means entire traffic management, from exercising this because we have a contract with them. In fact, in recent time, they told us XYZ and blah, 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 all those things. And so they called them for conference because they will send you communication that you are to stay. You are to stay all other proceedings and come for the conference. You are to stay. That means you are to halt every other thing and come for the conference. Then when you come for the conference, it will tell whether that stay that we have there will either be temporary or lifted, or it will be permanent, and you have to stay forever. That's what you're coming for. The people went before the Supreme Court on Friday. The Supreme Court justice in Chambers have not made any determination as to that. Today, the workers at the Transport Ministry decided to come up with their protest. The CSA boss went there, he was booed from what you saw. He came from there and went straight, called the Minister of Transport and told the Minister of Transport their issue, why the thing stay before the court. And until you say the people don't respect the law, and until you didn't get respect for the code, and until you're where all of this start from, right? It starts from the day that Joseph Boakai, when the Supreme Court came down with his opinion, with the support and aid of the Justice Ministry, the Justice Ministry told Joseph Boakai, let disrespect the court. So all the members of the National Legislature disrespected the court because Joseph Boakai said he would do business with the party that the court said were unconstitutional. From that day, that is slapping in a Supreme Court face. So, that is slapping. The justice in Chimot is still preserving. The justice in Chimot is still siege of this situation. Then the Ministry of Transport and CSA today, they went and wrote this thing here, my people. It said not disrespect and affront to the court. What more are we looking for to think that Joseph Boakai and a group member? There's no law in this country that they respect anymore. See what they even did. They didn't stop there. They went legislatively and they did other things. Transport Ministry, they said the government of Liberia. They just woke up. They said the government of Liberia. Listen to the prayer release. You will know that what they did, even the functions that were given the Ministry of Transport, they sat down by themselves without going back to the National Legislature. They sat down by themselves. They dissolved those functions. They dissolved those entities, those divisions and things. They dissolve it and restructure it by themselves. Not through the National Legislature. Not just that they only insulted the Supreme Court because it didn't even respect the Supreme Court. Forget it, that lawmaker who can wear yellow clothes and be passing around. That sound people in there. The people can wear yellow clothes and be passing around and be praising. That, you see, that's why we said the guy stooped so low. They stooped so low. Listen to the press release. If it is not trying to dedicate unto themselves the legislative, oh God, Jesus. Listen to the press release. Anybody who did administrative law, anybody who did administrative law, listen to this press release and implore it, your own administrative law understanding. Because even children, people who did public administration and so forth, they did administrative law as well. You take the here and put it there and see what thing happening to the thing here. So the executive, what the executive doing? Because these are executive agencies. Right? Good. So they said the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Transport and Civil Service Agency wishes to. So the Civil Service Agency and that of the Ministry of Transport wishes to announce the transfer of driver licensing and vehicle registration services from the. And you know what they did on this? Today is the 3rd. The justice in Chimo is still siege of the matter. And the guys are giving directives and instructions. No respect for the court. No respect for the court. And that's why you see here. So, effective March 1, 2026, though we've passed March 1, LMT assumed operational responsibility for the issue of driver license and vehicle registration as part of the broader reform initiative aimed at improving efficiency, strengthening technological integration, and enhancing service delivery standards within the transport sector. Yeah. So the continuer said that this transition represents a deliberate, listen to this now, deliberate restructuring of institutional roles. They're restructuring institutional rules. Now what they say, deliberate. They cannot tell you, say that means no courtesy, no respect to the National Legislature. These people are nincompoops, they are this, that. That's how they describe them. I'm not the one that describe them that way. That's how they describe them, that they are people who know nothing. So as a result, we are going to restructure institutional roles. If you did not structure the institution, how did you come up with structuring the rules of the institution? Every rules within an act creating an agency was designed by the National Legislature. What the minister supposed to do? There is the office of assistant minister. What the assistant minister supposed to do? This bureau and division will be set up. This one, this wise. Every other thing that was set up by the National Legislature, they said Ministry of Transport and CSA came together and they said this is a deliberate restructuring of institutional rules. So not just that they are disrespecting the Supreme Court, but they are also abrogating unto themselves legislative responsibilities and roles by structuring real rules, institutional rules. Why LMT will what? Manage the transactional blah 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 blah. That's what they said. Absolutely. In light of these developments, 3 divisions within the Ministry of Transport have been reconfigured. That you're supposed to reconfigure it. Look, let me tell you something. The lawlessness carried out by Joseph Boakai in this country
People like Josiah Joker, who said they went to school and they learn and they know book, for them to be misbehaving as though they are just street guys who don't understand anything about procedure. Because administrative proceedings is about rules, it's about laws. Any other station, there are certain things I can't do. That's administrative law. You don't have to be a lawyer before you understand that one. That's administrative law. Even in your homes, the father, what the father is supposed to do, the role of the father, the role of the man, the role of the children, that administrative law is governed by that. The children can do what their man is supposed to do. The man can do what the children are supposed to do. The father can do what the man is supposed to do. Those are laws. Those are rules. Those are regulations. That's administrative law. Simple thing. When you take the power from the national legislature, they have destroyed, the executive alone have destroyed the judiciary. No respect for the judiciary. By virtue of the fact that they came up with this today, no respect for the judiciary. And this is contentious. The justice in Chima should not let this go. He should rather be telling the justice minister, with all these land of persons who have done this, that they are going to be held in contempt for disrespecting the court. Because there is a mandate for the court requesting for the conference, and the determination of that conference is what will determine whether or not they should proceed. Coming up with this information today is contentious. Yusuf D. Kabal Chief, you are praying. You are praying to Almighty Allah. These are the times. The court is being disrespected by this government, and you people don't have to let this go. This is actually a contemptuous act. And the justice minister, in line with these people, should come to answer to it why they should not be held in contempt when the matter is still pending before the Honorable Supreme Court. Why they should not be held in contempt when this matter is still pending before the Honorable Supreme Court with the justice in chambers. They've done that. They didn't stop there. Now the legislature also, now Mumu tapped them down there. Look, this is where I think the CDC lawmakers, you raise these issues. I don't know why your issues. You got to raise these issues. It's not about whether or not, but Joseph Boakai and his team don't have any right to dissolve these entities. These rules, no. This is where I get problem with some of the CDC lawmakers. Why would it take you to raise an issue of such and then take it straight? I'll send it for you and say, look, we need to call these people for questioning. Who gave them the authority to absorb unto themselves the rules that are exclusively dedicated to us, for us to do? Who gave them that authority? Anybody from CDC listening to me? From CDC lawmakers, I don't know where your problem. I don't know why your problems. Or for Kofa, you can still raise those issues. Nathaniel Mageo, Bill Twale, Francis Foko. Many of you people, you can raise these issues. Why is it happening like this? This is called for. Gosh, this country. So Joseph Walker wakes up one morning, disrespect that there is no Supreme Court, there is no judiciary in existence. Then he walks up to the national legislature, take their own rule, and say, we will determine what we say is the law is the law. They kill the judiciary. The next thing they can, what we say will be the law. We will make the law now. There's no lawmaker again. They have done what we call judicial and legislative capture. That's what they have done. The executive is attempting, if they have not already, captured the judiciary and that of the legislature. And say your role are our rules. What we say we want to make law, that's the law. It's not what you make. That's what they told the national legislature. Today, they are standing up in front of the Supreme Court and they're challenging the justice in chambers who have the matter pending before him. And determination not made. They are coming over press statement, effecting and enforcing. In fact, the bad data and say, look, that time I even was sitting down there at the time it even started. Could you imagine? Just Friday was when? Friday was when? Let's get there. Because the same man that came from Steve, I don't know, Steve together went with Bushy mob, like looking at beer, baboon. That man came from there, right? So Sunday was the first. They said as of the first. That means that March 1st, right? March 1st, Sunday. The guy sat before the Honorable Supreme Court on Friday, which of course was the On Friday. Okay, on Friday was the 6th. Was the let me see, on Friday. We ain't March now, right? So on Friday. Oh, I don't get this right. Let me see. Oh, okay, wait. Sorry. Okay, good. Brilliant. All right, good. Okay, yeah, we are good. All right, good. Friday was the first one. In City Ghana. So they said for now day that y'all sitting down at the time is time. Can you imagine that? Because today is the 3rd, which is Tuesday. So that means yesterday, Monday, was the 2nd, Sunday was the 1st. You see this country? So honor Joseph Boakai now, we don't have any lawmaker. Honor Joseph Boakai, they don't respect the judiciary. They have now done their own thing, and that is what it is. Joseph Boakai has captured the legislature. You can see people in yellow already flying around, but legislative capture. Now, then you come to judiciary, that judicial capture and all the owner. You know what it takes? Is it Friday what the 27th? Yeah, thank you. So you know what it takes? Let me read to you. Let me read to you the money of the court. Maybe it will help. So it will help. It will help. Let's see what it is. Let me see, what is it? Let me see. All right, so let me see. Let me. I just want to read something to you people. So you will get it, and at least when y'all get it, y'all know from when I'm speaking. Because me, I like to talk things, but when I talk things, sometimes people may not understand it. But we are getting there. With God, all things are possible. Okay, and that is it. When was it? And okay, yeah, the 27th. And so the 27th, yeah, at the 27th. Thank you. All right. Right after it, the guy say, you can continue and do what I want to do. But you know, this is Liberia anyway. Let's leave that. This is Liberia Honor Joseph Boakai. This is LRB Honor Joseph Boakai. LRBERRA Honor Joseph Boakai. Let's get to the lines and interact with your callers. We are certainly getting there. We are getting there. And with God, all things are possible. We are getting there. And I can see it clearly. But just sit down. Maybe I don't know when you will wake up. But these things that are happening, they are glaring before our own eyes, and everyone else, we are seeing it. On a daily basis, it's happening. Joseph Boakai and his team, they are working it up. So let's just use the next 30 minutes to just have our say right here on this dial. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah.
Thank you for the show tonight. Yeah, thank you that God bless you. Come on, you know like what you say every day we can listen to you. But the station like my own station at this time.
Okay.
From Monday until Friday, like my own station.
Okay.
The day I tire, I can put my chair and play gospel. So thank you, Father. God bless you.
Okay.
I want to talk with you tomorrow. I want to give me your number.
Yeah, I'm seeing it here. I'll try to call you up. Yeah, I'm seeing it here.
Okay, I want to talk with you tomorrow.
2, 4, 4.
Thank you.
2, 2, 3. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. And hello, how you doing?
Hello?
Yeah.
Eric Kim.
Hello, how you doing?
How you doing? This is Oscar Zigman calling from Compound.
Oscar, let's hear from you, my brother.
Yes. Well, you know, maybe you are say off. Our regulations that we elected to on behalf of the citizens to supervise the activities of the president, some of them have become bare balls to the president. Can you imagine representatives and senators who elected for yellow machine business or then wore yellow uniform, going to go sit with the president, saying the president will keep appreciate you, calling me one by one and calling that district appreciating the president? How do we expect for the country to be good? When you are elected to supervise the activities of the executives as regulations, now you people have sell your boss right to the executive because of little of nothing. Then how do you expect for the country to be good? Maybe we have to pray for our country. Liberia is going and down drain because President Bwaka said that he was dealt with the devil. So the devil is busy. So everybody in this country that we elected to represent us, they are not representing themselves. Only themselves and myself. That's what they're saying. Only myself and I. They are not representing us. So we're going to pray for our country. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for your contribution. We appreciate that. Elo, how are you doing?
Yeah, Mr.
This
is Emmanuel Bwakai calling for point plan rotation number 3.
Emmanuel Bwakai?
Yeah.
All right. Go on, Bwakai.
Yeah, they put for that council ministry, and I desire your avocation. 2021, I went for my destiny. And that era, if people say, George, we are sending people there for it to be a spot on it, I know we are getting a job. That job, they'll get it on our heading. So, you are doing it, you're doing it because of the country, but if people for that ministry, council ministry, they put on grateful people down there. We are done. That's more nonsense that we're talking. I went for my car, let's see, you're saying that. And now we are getting the job here. That job here, we are sending spider on us. The auditor, they start attending to when the council minister enter, or the minister here, they start doing everything. They put on no go, that council ministry, all of them, that's so UPs that were there, that free CDC station were there. So let them really support under the own government.
All right. Thank you for your contribution. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, did you lie?
Yeah.
My name is Victor P. Cabo, Commodore Sergeant Plate.
Okay.
I'm following your broadcast to be precise, Patrick Dakwita. Ebi, I want person who don't see for people who betray people. I don't have time for people who feel within themselves that they know all. All the people that betray Judge Manuel Weah, and today they are crying, they protesting, doing all kinds of stuff. I don't feel for them.
Okay.
They can pin their hair with weapons, they can cry with blood. I don't care about the feeding. Because they betray the struggle, they do not make Judge Manuel Weah to accomplish the aim. So you want me to feel for those that be jumping in the streets and protesting? I said no. They just starting. They got more to go. And we're looking at them. The decision to make, they must live by it. And I always enjoy what Joseph and my brother continue to do to them, forcing the houses, sending police tear gas and them, beating them up. And they're going to learn sense from there. Next time they go to the body, they will choose who they think can lead them, but it will not be a ruler or dictator who will make our country to be police state, or police brutality to be all of the day. They will get a second thought. So from today on, I want to say this to all of them, whoever they jump in the streets and the protesting, I don't care about how you feel. Tomorrow, do not learn to betray people. May God bless Mama Liberia and save our state. You guys still have a good and God working day.
All right, thank you. All right, hello.
Good evening, DJ Life.
Yeah.
This is the Common Board Chairman, and T1P Willie. I join you from Sokola District 4. Great man, we don't even know how to describe the kind of situation that we are in. How can we get a leader that boasted of respecting the rule of law? The leader come to power now, then they just came and declare war on everything that got any family of law. Then the ironical part of the whole thing is, hearing today that institutions that were, wash over the law. Some of them are then, entrapped by the law that they are washing over. How are we going to manage with the kind of situation I find ourselves in? Where are we going? When they say you ambush me, the woman responsible for code of conduct, then code of conduct grabbing ambush me. I ain't looking at all the place.
You say how they call it, man? Ambush?
Yeah, man that ambush me or ambush or what kind of man that kind of thing. You go big ambush me, then ambush go for him, see ambush. Taking two for you or BYD. I ain't looking at the paper. Our chef for the instruction of the government. They all men don't believe in law. They all men brought one boat from Wasonga. That when he didn't well, imagine never do a constitution. He tried the constitution long time. And I a book. He has a book. That boy, brother Wasonga. That when he didn't well. And the Liberian cannot turn up and tell the book for them man who will suffer it. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much for your contribution. I appreciate that. Hello, how you doing? He say ambush, man, grab ambush. Yeah, ambush, grab ambush.
Thank you very much. We be also to our working family of the great family. For the great work that you guys always very appreciative of such a kind gesture. Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Just one on the WhatsApp line. Let that guy get through. Yeah, go on, Chief.
Yeah, for the recognition.
Hello?
You see? Yeah, hello?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. People AB, that tussle. Our people brought embarrassment upon themselves. AB, the thing it is sometimes when we saying it, people say, oh no, we're saying it because of party sentiment. No. What kind of knowledge the party get when it comes to respecting the organic law of our country? They have none. The party has respected the law. Our judges, higher body, the higher decision making body. They sit over there like fantastically. And now what committed them, now what control. When broker law, when they have for kids, they have the ruling, or left the ruling, and then he judge himself. They should not pay nothing. Even the one thing, Article 21, when nobody can do everything against themselves. They still ready to pull in what I say on the local for probably working scot free. You see what we're going to? You see what we're going to, AB? Taking people job, our father, our mother, our sister's job, and giving the fair enough. That's why you took over for brother. And you can afford the 9 years, you got it. You never get your embarrassment, and I can only tell you that was people that bear it until the redeemer, which is what we have to come, pull it for them now. Thank you, AB.
All right, thank you. So let me go to the WhatsApp line right here on this dial. Let's go on. Hello, how are you doing? Hello? Yeah.
You getting me?
Yeah, getting you now. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. I said, this is Emmanuel Nimne, and I call from Minnesota. AB, it is so painful when our country is going like that. On a serious note, we live in America here. We know how the government here, there are other issues, sometimes things look bad, but it's not worse like the way our government is doing things. I think the only problem we're going through here is with the immigrant issue, but it's not the way the people treat the citizens here. It is too bad to see the executive have taken over every part of the 3 branches of government until there is no justice anymore. See how things are going on, and no one coming out to speak. Only because it is in favor of the executive, no one can speak at all. It's bad. Like yesterday, I missed the show. There was no way to call because the education you carried on yesterday, it was fun, and I really appreciate what you did yesterday. People need to stand up for their right. And as you continue to say, it is true because these are things that brought the war. This is where our problem came from. From 1989 all the way, it brought us to I think 2000, 2002, 2003. This is the same problem Joseph Boakai is bringing back to us.
Right.
Why Joseph Boakai is treating us like that? Why? So it is true that this man actually is a Sierra Leone. So the Ballon Congo children join with the Sierra Leone woman trying to destroy the ordinary people just like that. But the lie, God will be on the side of our common people. And 2029, God will bring President Weah back. And after President Weah regime, every leader that will take over our country now, at least there will be people that will elect, that will be typical Liberian, that will have feeding for the people. Thank you, Abi. You're doing too much well. You're really doing extremely well. It is only you that's speaking in our country right now that when we listen to you, when we hear your voice, we that in the diaspora, even in Liberia, we not feel satisfied. Because only you analyzing this thing that we can understand and really understand it truly. Thank you, brother. Let God be your walking stick, so and let God be with you and your family.
All right, man. You're most welcome. Amen. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, mate.
Yeah.
I'm still coming from the township.
Okay.
Maybe thank you for another service.
All right.
Maybe where we want, that's why we go on. That's why we get to. All the men that we're going on, nobody should clean anybody. Clean ourselves. Just about that over. Well, it showed the sun, that the weather change. People went in fire. We're talking to people say, we're talking to say, Jaya, we're paying medical for Nigeria. Me, I only pray for God to give a long life to reach 2029. Just about I want to enter ministry over that business. Let it come. We have been together, whatever can't just get away. People passing around, they can join the social, who watching clothes, they can join it. Who taking care? Let people come. They can join the people that spend a 70,000, it's 70,000 job. So that they can. Thank you very much.
All right, boss. We appreciate the man 70,000 job. That's somebody that the CSA said the restructuring. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Happy. Yeah. You know, this is Edmaka, and the one pushing for the vision intel, they're pushing for the return of President Weah. You know, maybe it's quite sadly. And like you said, the only reason why
Atma?
You know? Yeah, hello?
Yeah, go on. At least we're getting you now. You can.
Hello?
Yeah, go on. We're getting you.
Yeah. They're respecting our code. It's unacceptable. I hope the justice in Chiba will not allow this to pass. You should have wait for the foot. Yeah. I don't know, network is fine though. I'm there.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, the network, but go on.
Okay. So much for the workers. Again, we are speaking because, you know, in our ministry, immediately after the election, we saw their own Unity Party woman going on a car. She said the car she came up. And she was strategically located in our ministry. So that means the guy in our ministry is seriously campaigning for this government to take the presidency. And here is the result that they are getting. But we are speaking of because among them they are sedition, among them they are CMC, among them they are AMC. So to generalize it and let them alone here so they will not judge all right. And especially where you're taking the job from Liberia and giving it to foreigner is our problem. But they all didn't get anything away from you. They didn't have anything for us. He said when you read the presidency, anywhere they will be having 500 or 300, he will make sure he will drop 300 and take the 100 because that is the amount of people that are supposed to be in that particular able to work. According to him, George, we have brought people on board with their assigned salary, so they are not to work. So everything were made available to the Liberian people, coupled with the prophecy from the man of God, yet the Liberian people rejected it. Here we are. But we are speaking of because the way in which it is done, it is not, we cannot accept this. That you take John from Liberia and give it to a foreigner. Look, sometimes when you say some of these things, they overlook it. They think you say you are rallying people to do that, to do that. But just when you say that time will come in this country, people will be going after appointed official. It started happening today. And he should pay for them because where has he been? No, you didn't go there. You didn't say anything. At a very meaning where some of the job has been taken from there and given to the foreign country, I mean, company, you go study there to speak to them to see what? What did you go to say today? To lie to them, say what thing you should tell God thank you for, the job has not been taken for you. Hey, let God praise themselves. Very soon, they will start putting them down. And thank you for always selecting the issue that is affecting our country. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Let me get on to the female line. Hello, how you doing?
Good evening, Abby.
Yeah.
Victoria Power calling from Johnson Day. Abby, thank you very much. Abby, Liberia is good for our people there. When they pull down today, when they even about to pull down, a lot of people there from transfer ministry is good for them. You know, Liberian that when they come for the country, they can go far. Because when the coup did not come to develop the country, when in Liberian interest, they go against a good leader. We go against a good leader, we told the Liberian people, their old men are not drinking. Their old men will not be in charge. The miracle Liberian, the party will bring it. They will not waiting for them to win. They hardly behind the mayor. They will be in charge in area to make the people that are working. After we are saying job. That even if we have me, they say you may remain there. HR during any time. You may remain there. But when I move from there, when they will come, they will move everybody from there. They say that our party, the Liberian go against President we are. All the good things they do, they go against President we are. They pay evil. Now, Waka can with the American Liberia. So that everybody must start crying. Another thing side for dogs that they put that to transfer ministry to. Now this is for them. I want them to stop or move. If I transfer ministry to all ministry, they suffer. Then we need to go. Then America a first child this thing here. We talk to America, then Liberia suffer in the the more powerful to eat, the more sweat. That next time when we go to the bar, they will say no. I will not tell somebody from America. What a year I got degree I can work to develop my country to keep time and say right. Yeah, I'm a for and give the person. I was going to say interest. Let me tell you that when they move on, they will never repeat it again because we love bad, you know. After the bad, they will pretend it, then we say we cry. But then the people suffer when it says here. I'm not feeling sorry for the people that transfer me. I'm sorry. But Joker, listen to me. Then you fire everyone on them. Then all of us suffer because we knew yesterday that we think we go again, that will come in. We will tell them, they say, oh, you will be. Everything we will be. Then listen to us. You will suffer. John will suffer again. And everyone will suffer for good things. That next time, when you go to the bar, you will take your food that in your interest. You will not go against it. You will not take it for no reason. You will say, no, they want to hear with me. When my man says, my man get fella, I'm going to free food and learn. So I can put food on my table. You will take it from America. We're not doing next time again. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for your contribution. I appreciate that. Let me get on. Man CC, let me hear from you on this one. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, let's hear from you. Mm-hmm.
We are go, we tire, we are go. Maybe you must not bother for people. But I told the people, he said, well, we have 2 questions. When we are key, he brought home that people will not need it. You have to be a company in the year. They have the best to have 1 person doing anything. We are key, he brought 6 people there. But all the people they was putting food on the table. But he said, when we come to power, we don't need all of them will jump. All of them, they say we agree. When I walk out in the grave, they bring him back for the day, saying they fear. They say we agree. Everything, they say they agree. What will go protect today? What will go protect for the AB? The one get they say lots of people. They love for it. For the 2 years, we are working today in our country. Now, for the 2 year experience, it's working today for us. Everything we say for those people is keep the past. You tell it over our forcing you. Well, everywhere, he lied to us. Everywhere lied to us. Today, what happened today? Brother, I enjoy you very much. When they go protest, you must what they were ratted.
All right, so let me get on to this one, and you know, we can pray. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, good evening, Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm inside Lamito Dennis, prefer to be called a peace ambassador of Grenji, the country, and the chairman for the voice of Grenji. They're all from Queensville. Thank you tonight for the topic on discussion. I really love the way you fire tonight, most especially from the level of the judiciary, the legislature, and that of the transport area. But my attention is due to two places. Number one, the legislature. To have a saying that say, what you say in tomato core, the way you broomstick to dish or you children will always play with you. That what can happen so. And you see that issue that happened with Fonati Kofa. It make the executive, they're not afraid of anything down there because people know their power. They can fight the president. They can have vote or no confidence in the president or not the president. But they don't know all the power. But all they know, they collect brand.
Who told you they don't know it? They know it, they have sold it. My man, you know what, you know? They know it, but they have sold it.
They sold their brand right. So for them and for me, I only say that if the civilians are there, let them be focused to, let them stay or want to hear their voices. I think it will be okay for us. Now come to the transport era. The transport era, I can remember when I went down there to run after other documents to that place prior to the election. My brother, if you see the people in the beginning, and one sister I saw all the scream, I was listening it. I saw the brand lady, what was something. So we are go, and she was thinking after today now, the whole she was booing. I know who she was booing out today. I was laughable. You see, sometimes when you dig hole for somebody, you know, somebody say, and they prepare table before me in the presence of my enemy. Yeah, you see what happening now? They prepare table for joy. We are in the presence of the enemy, and I didn't want 40 inside now. So they will always feel it. I only put it there all in the system. But for them and for me, I say let them smell it and let them know the difference between good and bad. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, let me tell this one. Let me get on to the female line here. We have 9 more minutes. Let's manage it. Hello, how are you doing? Hello? Yeah, hello, how are you doing? Yeah? Okay, go on. Let's listen to you, Chief. Yeah.
Sorry. Maybe I'm actually baffled. There's PO anyway. I'm actually baffled by many Liberians. You know, Liberians, we feel that we take ourselves to be a holy nation, right? We are people that were just born into Christianity, but we're not righteous born. We're not holy people, right? There are a lot of holy nations on earth here that believe in God in their whole life. But when it comes to governance and the government is not serving them right, they forget about prayers and face the government, right? But I see Liberia, when we talk about serious things, someone can tell you, let me just pray, let me feel God. We make more about ourselves and God too much. Everything, major thing I've done in life, instead of watching the world and change their life, you see how we pray. We pray, God will help us.
You're right.
That's not right. So many people in Liberia. We just keep something and dying something. If somebody else is going to help, majority are not going to help in Liberia. You know something else. If I'm thinking how to make a life better, at least enjoy one way of life, they keep saying, we pray. Now why Liberian, because you know Liberian people, they're cooperating too much. They stop cooperating Liberia and they bring it to go. They bring it in punch. Our grandma, our grandpa, our parents, the people, and our generation still poor. So everything is God. Meanwhile, they poor enjoying. Well, I know people say, let me feel God. I don't know. Don't try now. So let me feel God. God. Well, I'm not saying that. And you keep something every time. You have prayed every. You say, yeah, every you pray. That's what you every. You're the only person talking about. Well, I'm not mouth. So every come up, every die tomorrow. Who want to talk about you? Well, let me say.
You're right.
You can talk about yourself.
You're right.
I'm trying to be successful in life. Would you call? My brother?
All right, thank you. So we are on the executive capture of the executive captures, because there are 2 captures done. The executive captures of the judiciary and that of the executive, assuming all their roles and say, will not respect you. I'm begging you. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, Mr. April Godson William.
Yeah.
Hey, Sidishan brother, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, boss. Go on.
Okay, very good. This is Sidiki Kumar. A neighbor campaign was so fair to district 4. On the CDC there, they put Western acid water on. Almost. Oh, may God bless you. You see, Eddie, let me tell you something. When things started, hello?
Yeah, go on. We're listening.
They said they don't just want to see Garrison Yoru in power. They don't want to see Joey dead. They don't want to see April Godson William. Because according to them, they said they were sending money through NSA, your fruit, then free money. They don't want to see Deputy Kogi. They don't want to see Joey in power. Joey go. Joey go. Joey go. Bageka, move there for power. You see, Ebi, they got 30 songs in Nima. During the time, they said they need to sing a song. Ebi, they got you, even all our Libanese brothers can only sing this song. They said, Jawa Olo, Kwaluto, Kazi Ganga Luto, Jawa Olo, Kwaluto. What it mean? Hello?
What it means?
The definition of that means that Jawa will go, we will say, our neighbor will show. Jawa will go, we will say, our Bob will show. Jawa stay here. They're backing power. What you crying for? What you crying for? Nima Kandipo, what you crying for? You are looking for it for ourselves, and they say what I will look for it for ourselves. You have on a matari, I have on a yapo. What are you crying for? What are you crying for? Mr. Godson William, let us relax. Let us see this, you relax. That's it, don't you relax. We say if you can to say, you be cropping hallelujah song will be crazy for you. Forget about those guys. Forget about those guys. Don't ungrateful, someone swan. They are very ungrateful. Let them be bossing horses around. May God bless the state. May God bless Joe. We are trying to now. I'm Nima Sidiki calling for so fair play just to full. May God bless the state. Thank you.
Clarence, boss, most welcome. Hello, how you doing?
Good evening to your light and good evening to the peace loving people of Nigeria.
Yeah.
This is the voice of Mark L. Johnson. I do cover district number 10 to be precise, my Gator resident. To your light, they for a 2 years experience in criminal Joseph Niman Boykai, in backwardness Joseph Niman Boykai. If we don't stand against it, our country will retrogress. And it's totally retrogressing on us. So like, it's about time that we, the Liberians, rally up and come against this man. They will tell the man that Article 1, what it says, that the power is inherent within the people and by the people. If we don't stand up to this man will be brave 2029 to steal our election result. In fact, the three branches of government that so has separation of power. Honor him now today. There's no separation of power. Only the executive is sponsoring. Judicial honor him now. The executive, the legislature, they are honoring. So if we don't stand up, trust me, our country will definitely go backward. Thank you to the Lord for having your time.
All right, thank you. All right, this is it right here. Hello, how you doing?
Good evening, Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Ellen. I call from Chicken Factory. Eddie, let me thank you so much for your discussion. You know, I'm in line with you when it comes to the CDC lawmaker. Look, CDC lawmaker, they are not only representing physicians, they are representing the Liberian people. Our lawmaker physicians is calling on you people. You people are sitting down there. Nobody is on record when it comes to the LTMI. Nobody is on record to flag this issue. Look, in order to our brothers, some of our brothers physicians are saying now, those people from the council ministry, some of them were against Judge yes. After election, we're not minding. We will look at the country from a larger and a point of view. So there is a need. The law of Deso Sibo, the law of Mandel, the law of Prince Sapoko. Look, all these guys, there is a need. We have to get it on record. What are they saying about the transfer money? Because it is affecting even us physicians and have our moving up there on the road.
You're right.
It is affecting us.
Right.
That's what we made it. You know the party for affecting. So they can say down there for Pule and Joe Walker, just take the entire country in here. That's to say this country is for one and none of them on record. Everybody is mute. They said because Gregor Como and carrying a game and beat those lawmakers, so everybody got in their share. And everybody is afraid. Is that what they're thinking? No. For us, we some of the physicians, we look at issues from a broad perspective.
None of them local effort. Who knows what have because you understand that people voted against George. We all are Liberians. Let them do the right thing and put the executive check. I am calling on friends in India. Listening to me. Look, I'm Alexander getting on chicken fight. I'm calling on you, friends. I respect you a lot. You are my lawmaker. You are not getting saying anything in the thing here. Getting civil and Natana Magay. This time you people are in there. We call it on to speak for the Liberian people. If they don't speak now, then you hold your peace forever. Thank you.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. Hello, how are you doing? Hello. Yeah, hello, let's hear from you.
Yeah, Jefferson Slava calling from the Virgin Speaker District number 11. Thank you for the show tonight, AB. I want to tell our 42-year-old president, let me say experienced president, Justin Imam Bwaka, he told us that those people that back up in all those ministries, they were not important to them, and you doing it. The other campaign promised the public for fearing it. You are taking people from jobs. You are going to ministry of US now. You're going to school. Other people, those people will sit down for good. Young people will sit down for good. They are not going to work again because they are taking the thing and going to see people. Let them forget about it. Let them sit down and draw off. Let's do the business. Thank you.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you doing?
Yes.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Hey, Mr. Godsend. When God sent, that educate people, educate the Liberian people about the issue of foreign in our country.
All right.
May God bless you. You have a long life to continue your work.
All right, man. Thank you.
When I get concerned about the demolition that is going on. Yeah, because people yesterday when I looked on my Facebook, I saw how they call it, Bernard Yue clearing 25 acres of land in the Dikio community. So it brought sorrow to my mind to know what was going on in the country. That we have a president that does not care. Even when everything is going on in the country, like the legislature will get it, the senator will get it, like anything going on like that, they have to call it, the government to say, call it, they teach us and say, oh, but what's going on? You see so many demolitions going on here, but they're not even talking about that. We can't hear, I just said, we can't hear about Darrell Dillon, that represent Mosovalu County, and all the demolition going on in this country. We don't know what we are heading to. And tomorrow, 2029, they will come on the phone and say, oh, I want to phone for me to go back for the second time. You see, when Joseph Baka made that statement that in America, that you're saying here, you have to go back with the not coming for you. Immediately, the legislature called the man and said, no, it doesn't be like that. I've got two legislatures of the other country. But actually, we don't know what they get level in that brand to decide for in a year. In 2029. Okay. To know who they will take. God bless you for your good work in Liberia. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to all of you. And so, folks, that is all the time we've got tonight. I want to say thanks to all of you for the time. And until we are back here, God willing, tomorrow with the Midweek edition of it. Remember, we are almost getting there. And with God, all things are possible. God will continue to guard and protect us, take us through these tough times. He has his timing for everything. Sometimes the time you're waiting to end it is not when God can. God can even end it sooner than you ever expected. That's God Almighty. So let me say thanks to all of you for the time. Until we are back here, God willing, you are for pleasant time. Bye-bye.
Asimwari vakandisimudza vakanditimbira hausati wapera kana nichitarisa shure kwandafa